Hello and welcome back to the last game of today. It is a game between Navi and TCM Gaming. It is a game that for Navi doesn't really mean anything because they're not going to go to Kiev LAN finals because they will be in China around that time. TCM, however, they need a couple of wins. They are pretty okay where they are right now, but they could definitely use some wins to make sure they definitely won't get dropped down to Pro Series or having to play regulation matches to avoid going to Pro Series as well. So we'll see if they can take out Navi here. Navi, who's been very strong in the last couple of weeks. They haven't, I believe the last 5 days they played 12 matches and they haven't dropped one, something like that. I heard a stats yesterday. I don't really know that know the exact stats for that, but maybe my statsman know, because we have a statsman here. It is K-poptosis who is here and who is providing you with stats the entire day. This is indeed game number 8 of the day, so it is day number 25. Did I already say that? Not entirely sure. We of course have a co-caster as well. It is Kanaz. Welcome back, Kanaz. How are you feeling?
Tired. Okay though.
Yeah, it's been a long day. Yeah, last game of the day. It looks on paper to be a very one-sided game. What are your expectations?
Well, you know, I don't want to say that I expect a one-sided game, but I'm expecting a one-sided game. Navi have looked really strong, and maybe they'll pick something interesting up, and we'll get to see that. But they've been picking picking Nyx like every game. I feel like most other teams have sort of started ignoring Nyx. They don't really ban him out as much as they used to. They definitely don't pick him up first pick anymore. But Navi are continuing to do it, and it feels like it's working out very well for them thus far.
Yeah, we see them combining it up with a Darkseer there as well, so far no crazy picks yet. We already, for example, saw a Dendi Pudge earlier today, and we saw yesterday a Zeus. We have seen Miranas a lot actually, which is actually pretty serious pick right now. But yeah, Navi, they've been messing around a bit in terms of their heroes to see what works for them, or just trying things out and knowing that this game for them doesn't mean particularly much, though of course TCM will also be a DreamHack. Maybe Navi wants to practice some for that. Not quite sure which group they're in though, if they're actually in the same group here, as we have got the Wisp and the Bat, same bans for Navi as they have been doing for a very long time, with the Lifestealer and the Lone Druid banned out by TCM. Gyrocopter and Dragonite were their first 2 pickups. So yeah, I mean, looking okay for both sides so far. TCM already having 2 cores secured though. Well, I say that, and I'm hoping it's true. We've seen a couple of times Gyrocopter support earlier today, but I'm hoping that's not going to be the case this time.
Yeah, it's feeling like it hasn't really been working out for the teams that have been trying it, but it's still a thing they could end up doing. Dragonite has mostly been the mid lane as of late. There are a couple teams that have run him as a carry in the tri lane, but mostly we see Dragonite mid now, and that leaves Gyrocopter to still be played as carry unless they want to pick up another later on in the draft. It's really hard to tell this early on, but just based on how things have been going, probably Dragonite mid, Gyrocopter as the carry.
Yeah, and I just looked it up. TCM is not in the same group as Navi. TCM is in the group with Dignitas, Virtus.pro, and Upulst. And Navi is with EG, Flipside, as well as a Bring Your Own Computer qualified team. So they have a chance of not meeting, depending on how those group stages go. We do have the Visions being banned out indeed together with the Shadow Demon. Keeper of Light banned out on the side of TCM. Both teams still maybe needed 1 extra support. Though, of course, indeed, for Navi, they could just go for a jungle hero. No, they end up going for the Rubik, so we'll see who picks up what. We actually have seen Kuroki on the Nyx Assassin earlier today, as well as Puppy, so I'm expecting Kuroki to still play the Rubik, though.
It seems likely that we would see Kuro on the Rubik, but we don't know who's going to be in the mid lane yet, if both of these heroes are definitely going to be supports, or if one of them ends up being in the mid lane, at which point it's probably Nyx over Rubik nowadays, unfortunately. But yeah, they have options to what they're going to do. Nothing really given away by this draft from Navi yet.
Nothing at all, and nothing's really, like, I'm still waiting for it. I'm still expecting it. For now, no can do though. Let's see what TCM picks up here, because I mean they already have 2 of their cores. Do they want to secure themselves the last core, or do they want to wait for that one until the very last pick? We still of course have the Nature's Prophet in the pool if they want to go for that for the offlane, for example, which would be a very nice pickup to have something, and in the jungle as well in the lane if needed. There's still a Clockwork in the pool. There's still a lot of options actually, so we're just gonna have to wait and see what they do with that. As Na'Vi, they're probably not gonna pick up either of those two heroes, so I guess TCM not really in any haste to pick up an off lane because Darkseer is already there. Never mind, Nature Prophet is still there. Ignore me. Ancient Apparition. Now that's a bit unorthodox for maybe for Na'Vi. I haven't seen them playing it before, but we did see already a lot of Ancient Apparition earlier today as well. For example, solo mid Ancient Apparition was actually played against them earlier today.
Yeah, it didn't work out so well that game, but maybe we'll see it differently here. And it could certainly be in the mid lane. They could also run it as a support and run one of those other two heroes in the mid lane. They all kind of do the same thing. Yeah. It's just you want usually the farm now because that Aghanim Scepter ulti is so powerful. 5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, we've seen Rubik and Nyx Assassins and Darkseers mid earlier as well, so well, not today perhaps for all, but I mean it's all possible. Every single one of the heroes that Na'Vi has so far could take up that solo mid role, so we can't really tell yet how they're going to be dealing with all those heroes. We still have a Mirana maybe coming up for the last pickup because Avos doesn't really have a hero just yet. And for people wondering, Lanadel and Ray is actually Avos, so that is Navi's carry. TCM taking a bit into their bonus time. Having now the offlane secured, they need to pick up a support or a jungler if they want to go for that. And, well, we still have the Bane in the pool if they want to go for that as a setup hero for that gyrocopter. There's a lot of combinational support still in that pool, though. So it just comes down to personal preference. Maybe even a Vengeful Spirit will be here again. We haven't seen her in a while, actually. Actually, we haven't seen her at all today, have we?
Which one?
Vengeful Spirit.
Oh yeah, no, none of the teams have been picking her up. Nailed it.
Nailed it.
That's a good call. Yeah, no one has actually run Venge at all today, but this is actually a really powerful support with their current lineup. They have a lot of right-click heroes, and they also have a lot of just physical damage as a result of that. So that aura very powerful, and having the armor debuff also very powerful with this team. It's just going to come up to what TCM want to run as their final support here. It could even be a gyro support, and they could pick up another hero at this point because they're going to have so much in terms of physical damage.
Yeah, we might see a follow-up Sun coming off from either Jakiro or Lina if they want to go for that, but indeed with that aura you might want to go for a bit more physical kind of support, maybe even a Venomancer, even though, I mean, in theory he is an agility hero, but you at least now have a solid disable next to the Dragon Tail, which is great on the lane, of course, for the gyro, which I'm going to assume is going to be there. There is a Spectre ban out by TCM, and the Sniper pickup. So there was a point when we saw Dendy playing Sniper solo mid with a Blink Dagger.
Yeah, I can't imagine it's going to be Dendy Sniper solo mid this game.
Why not?
I feel like Ancient Apparition's got to be the pick. Who are they going to have for host play then? There's no one really that's a farming role besides Sniper.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, they could give it to Dendy and run something insane like Rubik, Nyx Assassin, Ancient Apparition, Tri-Lane if they really want to, but I feel like it's probably going to be hard carry Sniper with an AA solo mid. Nyx, Rubik supports, and then the off lane Darkseer.
Well, we'll see who plays that Sniper. I agree with you though. I mean, it has happened that Dendy has played that Sniper, but then there was a clear other hero for Vos to play as well. There's still the Clockwork. I did mention him earlier as a bit of the same role playing as the Vengeful Spirit. Sorry, as the Nature's Prophet, as the offlane. But now they could actually run Nature's Prophet in the jungle, go for Clockwork offlane, and go for Gyrocopter Vengeful Spirit dual lane, or they could run the Clockwork as a support. But it looks actually like we're gonna see the Clockwork maybe in the solo mid lane as Werner picks it up and Guadio goes for. Oh no! Please don't tell me that's that. Please.
I don't know. Well. Yeah.
Weren't they the ones that used it earlier today as well? No, it was actually Mouse.
Yeah, no, they did.
They did as well?
Yeah, the two teams did. It was Mouse.
Yeah, they were
one
up against
game,
KP, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. We've seen gyro support twice, and neither time it worked. So this is the third try. That's the charm. Third time is the charm.
Yeah, we'll see. It's not the easiest time to go for that third try. Wow, 11 things are shared. Let's see what people are sharing.
So many things.
Frozen Touch. I won't be clicking anything though. There we go. Anyway, let's see who's playing what. Because of course we are having TCM on the Radiant side. TCM and Navi have faced off once before in StarSeries 4, 5 rather, Navi winning that match. As we'll see if TCM has learned from that match. And of course, just can throw an upset here, because it will be an upset if they take this game. TCM will be having Hawaii playing the gyrocopter as a support. We'll be seeing in the mid lane Clockwork on played by Werner. We have the bottom lane going the way of Atsi as a support Vengeful Spirit. He'll be supporting Go Audio on the Dragon Knight. And that will leave the Nature's Prophet, who will probably start going off in that jungle. Picked up a Bacillus ring first, so yes, that is a jungle Blueberry Ninja Nature's Prophet.
Yep, and for Na'Vi, we're going to have in their top lane Kuroki playing the Rubik Puppy on the Nyx Assassin and Havost on the Sniper. Funnick up there at the moment as well. He's going to be on the Dark Seer. Probably just going to see him hang out in the jungle for the time being. And finally, mid lane will be Dendi on the Ancient Apparition.
Oh, there's a first time for everything. I do like the combination of items that Kuroki chose for his hero. He still went for the duck face, but got that pop collar and such. It's really nice.
Yeah, there we go. He mentions it now. Dendi played AA yesterday, went 9-0-6 against VP. So he's played that recently with this new patch, and also in TI1, Ancient Apparition was like super
I want to point out that game, a 9-0 and something, wasn't that the game that had like 118 matches, kills?
No, that was a different game.
Oh, okay.
That was because that was a best of 3 series.
Okay. Okay. Well,
at least I think it was. I can't imagine he went 9-0-6 in that like 70-minute game. Otherwise, that's insane.
Yeah, that was what I was gonna say also. Like what? Anyway, Dendi indeed having up to go up against the Clockwork. Clockwork is not really something that is easy up against the Age Separation. I mean, if he pops the cogs, he might actually hurt himself by, you know, getting that cold feet up on him. And the combination of Clockwork and Age Separation together is normally a pretty decent one. So we'll see if Werner makes a mistake that way. Of course, you can vote again for your favorite for this match. Case sensitive, so make sure you put those capitals in there. Exclamation mark, vote, space, and then your team name of choice. So we have got Puppy making a bit of a rotation here. I mean, in terms of people meeting each other, we do have Werner, the only one that's really up against someone right now. We do have Nature's Prophet maybe thinking about something. He's actually level 3 up against the Sniper, not doing that bad, all things considered. But, like, yeah, first blood will be probably in the mid lane, and I'm actually thinking it will be Werner with the harassment that Dendi is able to put out, and he is actually going to get some help. Puppy coming in, but it's obvious that he's there because it's daytime, so they saw him. Wayo coming in for the cell for Werner in the meantime.
Yeah, most of the focus of the game seems to be around the mid lane at the moment. Na'Vi have some supports rotating in here. TCM had the support gyro moving towards the mid lane as well, so they're both kind of thinking like maybe they're going to set something up, but Dendi pretty much just absolutely dominating the mid lane right now. Last hit seems pretty much even, but he's forced Wern to use all of his regen completely at this point, and Wern still doesn't have money for a bottle. So he's going to be able to keep Wern off, and yeah, there's another cold feet. Like, Wern's just not having a good time.
No, and Puppy just checking if there's any vision there. He's gonna go for Wern. And Wern very high up onto the face of Dendi, who's getting his bottle right now. So they will go for this. Here comes the Impale. This should be the first blood. No hope for him. First blood goes to Dendi on his Ancient Apparition in the solo mid lane, where Puppy came and helped out with the double damage rune.
Yep, so, I mean, it's just Puppy walking around the back of the fight and just gets us done. Nothing really Wern can do. He's trying his best to get some farm to get the bottle, and I think he actually had the gold for it. Yeah, he had the gold for it before he died, so at least he'll have his bottle upon respawn, but he didn't have enough money for TP scroll, so it will be the long trek back to the mid lane. It gives Dendi even more advantage, and in the meantime they're going to try and gank Blueberry Ninja.
Oh, telekinesis before he can do anything. There will be an Impale as well. He can't TP himself out, he will go down. That's a kill going the way of Havost. You saw them waiting with making sure the last hit actually went to Havost, so that's really nicely done. And that's a Sniper with his first kill of the game. He's got himself also already the Ring of Aquila, so he's doing pretty nice for himself. In terms of last hits, he is behind the Dragon Knight. And wow, that creep wave is pretty big. They could have actually tried to use that to push the tower down, but they don't want it yet. The very first rampage in Dota 2 ever was by Pycat on the Sniper, International 1. Not that many carries around there, and of course, apart from Sniper and not sure which others, but yeah, that's an interesting stat.
Yeah, Sniper, he's not a hero we really see too much anymore. Teams try him out from time to time. He keeps getting buffed, basically, and so they're willing to give him a go. But he doesn't really have that much going for him. He's not really as good as a lot of other hard carries. He's not that great in the mid lane because he's so susceptible to gank and doesn't really have a disable of any sort. So, but he works if you want just a ranged carry to attack pretty fast.
Yeah. Do you know that you have enough people to protect him? Because he is a kind of a glass cannon here. As there goes that Impale, hop on Blueberry Ninja. They can't get him this time though, the telekinesis is already used. They still have a Fate Bolt that wouldn't do enough damage for that. They will just continue to go on their tower. In the meantime, the tier 1 tower on the bottom lane has fallen on the side of Na'Vi. TCM is getting free reign here, so Gaudio is level 6 right now. He's doing pretty nicely on his farm. He is able to keep up with the Darkseer actually of all people in terms of last hits. Darkseer, of course, of Na'Vi, still getting farm in the jungle, who is now getting a lot of big creeps. Of course, his last hits also has been on the small camp, so we can't really compare that much. But we can compare him to the sniper, and he's ahead there, and he will take this tower hit as well. Actually, no, he won't. But it doesn't matter that much anymore with the latest patch. Gold getting split a bit more evenly then. No gold lost, anyways.
Yeah, so things just pretty okay there for TCM. They get the 2 towers in the bottom lane. Gives a bunch of farm to Dragonite, helps out Warren a little bit, and Nature's Prophet. It looks like Blueberry Ninja's probably dying again.
Yep, this time he takes someone with him though. AO's coming in just in case, but then he's already too late. In the meantime, I mean, the kill went the way of Avos first, so he gets the experience for it. While Nature's Prophet didn't. He's still level 4. Level 6 up on the sniper. He has got his assassinate now, and yeah, he's looking pretty dangerous, but they didn't get the tower in the end. And at the same time, the tier 2 and tier 1 went down on the bottom lane for Na'Vi, so giving TCM a bit of an extra gold lead. I mean, if you look at net worth right now, Go Audio is very high there. One thing we have to keep in mind, that Go Audio on himself, he is a very nice carry farmer. He can farm very fast, as Dandy gets actually sprouted up, tries to run, won't be able to, will die. Blueberry Ninja with the last hit. Very nicely set up kill. We're now level 6. We'll actually get an assassinate if he's not careful, but he used his bottle, he'll be fine. But yeah, Go Audio is actually the holder of the record right now in terms of highest last hits in one single game, since TI2 that is. Which is pretty decent. As 88% votes Na'Vi, 12% still going for TCM.
Yeah, not really surprising that a lot of people would be favoring Na'Vi here. And initiation in the mid lane.
Yeah, the hookshot went. He got himself the sniper, but the tower is not really helping his case right now. He does get the kill before he goes down himself. That's actually a very worthy trade right now, because that Clockwork, I mean, killing off the carry. Of course, Clockwork was a solo mid, but yeah, it's worth the trading his life for, I think. Cold Feed, a YO, trying to run past Dendy here. We'll be able to do that in the end. Rubik's still taking the tier 1 tower top, so tower's only 1 difference right now. Do you think it was a worthy trade?
For the Clockwork to kill the sniper?
Yeah.
I think in the ideal, Clockwork doesn't die for that, but he got a kill on sniper. It slows down that carry's farm, and Dragonite's farming pretty well. Hasn't really had anything to interrupt him at all. He's even standing way past the river on the other side, and just no one has even really looked at him. Went for a help with the Dominator first. Yeah, Darkseer's come. Oh, I guess it's actually Sniper this time. Darkseer's been down there a couple times, but like never really. Funnick didn't stay and try and kill the Dragonite or anything. And really, Sniper can't feel safe either against Dragonite. If he just goes to Dragon form, gets the Dragon Tail, Sniper probably almost dies, assuming he has Flame Breath level. Then he does, or Breathe Fire.
And there's the hook shot up again on the Clockwork. I think we're gonna look to see him try to go for Dendy, but Dendy able to walk himself out. He doesn't have wards there, so he's just gonna check the rune probably, see if he gets lucky with the 8-minute rune. Nope. It is top. It is haste. It is Werner, and he is gonna go for it. He's gonna go mid. Probably, but Dendy hiding himself. Know that the bottle was taken. Hook shot. Oh! Just barely misses. Werner's still gonna find him though. Rocket Barrage. He's gonna dive past tier 2s. I'm not sure if that's the right call. Werner will die. Vacuum Mag, that's gonna be him shattering to death with the tower hit helping out. And actually the tower hit getting the last hit there. In the meantime, the Impale hits on the Gyrocopter, and he ends up going down to Age Deprivation. So Dendy getting himself an extra kill. Yeah, better result getting max first by Clockwork was the stat.
Yeah, it does all like 1100 magic damage, which is a lot of magic damage early on, especially if you keep them in cogs. The fight near the river. Yeah, he tries to TP himself out, but the Dragon Tail is there. And Go Audio getting telekinesis still, but it is Kuroki that goes down on his Rubik. With Atsi picking up the kill. Atsi being level 6 by the way, so he has got that swap.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Even though it's buffed, it's still pretty short range at level 1. Moment missile. Puppy hanging around in his Vendetta though. Goes for a YO. Impale up on 2 in the meantime. Rocket Barrage coming in. Nice AA ulti. Will probably stop TCM from chasing that, as a YO might still be in some trouble. Gets a vacuum. Funnick trying to chase him down. Rocket Barrage doing what he can, but a YO will still go down. Nice swap. Gets Dandy. They do get the kill on Dandy as well as the Impale comes up from Puppey again, who's running himself away. It is Dragonite that still goes down though. Phonic trying to run from this. Looks to be able to do that. 4 HP. Mechanism just in time. Will be able to pop that. And they only lose Dandy. Get themselves a Gyro and a Dragonite. Dragonite of course being the main target there. Na'Vi getting the better of that trade.
Yeah, there's a really weird hook shot there from Wern. I don't know what he was aiming for. He fired it off to the right and there was nothing over there. I don't know if it was a misclick or what, but yeah, it's a good fight for Na'Vi. They get a kill on the carry that they really needed. The Dragonite's been farming quite a bit, and they lose Dendy for it, which is less than ideal, but it's still definitely a good trade for them.
Yeah, meantime Kuroki's got a magic missile, so he'll try to get this kill. A ulti flying in as well. Fate Bolt hitting Cogs. I don't think they will save him. He'll shatter. There we go. And those kind of kills are the ones you have to try and prevent. Dandy of course sending, I believe that was a long, like from base Ice Blast, so that was pretty tough to miss that one up on a solo mid hero. As we're gonna see the 4-stop build up by the AA. As next item, Sentry Wards countering some wards that are placed by TCM. And I mean, right now, Dragonite is passed in terms of farm by a Vost sniper who's picked up a Mask of Madness.
Yeah, that's the thing he picked up. That is a thing that he had. It gives him a lot of attack speed. Attack speed is very powerful on sniper because you can almost sort of stun lock people with the headshot. I guess it's always 40% now.
Yeah.
But it gives him a lot of damage. Just spamming sort of towards that headshot. You have to be careful though with Mask of Madness. It really makes it so that if you don't pay attention to your positioning, you get punished very, very heavily.
Yeah, he already is a glass cannon, of course, like his being is that. And if you then pick up a Mask of Madness, you have to be really confident that you're not going to get attacked there. As we do see TCM trying to go for this again. Dragon Breath stolen by Kuroki to help counter push maybe a bit. Because the push is on. Tier 1 tower getting fortified right now. TCM not backing up for now though, and they're gonna get backstabbed here because Puppey comes in. Vacuum into the Ice Blast. That's a lot of damage going through. TCM in a lot of trouble. Already one down. Werder will go down there as well. And we see the rest trying to run away from this. So the two supports are left. Dragonite is on the way on the high ground, but the supports looks to be pretty done for. Hawaii will be the first one to go down. Looks like Atsi is at least able to run for now. No 4-stop yet up on Dendy means that he cannot chase that. Will they get a tower in return for this though? It doesn't look like it. They actually back off. Not everybody. There we go.
Yeah, they'll start attacking this tower, and they should be able to get it down unless, like, Etsy wants to get himself killed trying to save it. The Fortify buys a little bit of time. Unless they pretty much all port in, it should be pretty easy for Na'Vi, but they're all backing off, so it looks like they don't really care to force it. They're kind of low. And they can just move around and get farm elsewhere on the map. They don't have to force this issue, not when they're already ahead.
Oh, they want to force the issue though. Puppey wants to go for Go Audio here. Actually goes for the Impale before the Vendetta hit. Gets a Dragon Tail in his face. Nice by Carapace might be enough, but the Ice Blast is gonna force at least Dragonite to try and back, but the Assassinate was still there. Nyx Assassin goes down for it though, as does Vost, but not before he was able to kill the Clockwork off as well. So double kill for Vost. He does die, and he buys back. But he gets a kill up on the carry of TCM. And that was worth it.
Yeah, that Assassinate with the Ice Blast combo. Too much damage, he just gets shattered from the Assassinate from across the map. It's pretty long initiation range, and they don't really have that much damage or survivability yet on a hero like Dragonite, especially not the magic damage when he's trying to run away. All he has is life steal from the Helm of the Dominator. I'm just kind of surprised he went for that.
Hook shot up on a Vost here. If he dies again, he just bought back, but Warren is the one to die. That's an Ice Blast. Blue Bear Ninja, he came in, thought he was going to be able to take a quick kill, but it doesn't look like it. He will try to TP out, but the Vacuum is there, and the kill is there from Kuroki as well. Central was even placed just in case.
Yeah, he was trying to put
collar is popped. Okay, thank you. Great stat.
That sentry where he was actually dropping inside of the trees to try and give sight because they didn't think they had a stun otherwise.
Okay, Hawaii will die in mid lane. Not sure what he was doing there to begin with though, because he's a support gyro. He shouldn't be that far on the wrong side of the river.
Yeah, it's pretty far out. There were a lot of heroes from Na'Vi in the bottom lane. Maybe he felt he was safe to farm there, but he just ends up feeding another kill, and they're down by 10 now.
Yeah, 7 to 17. It's looking pretty painful. We did have TCM getting a bit of gold advantage at the start when they started pushing down those towers. But right now they're almost 7,500 gold behind. Experience graph looking even worse. Goes towards a 12k in favor of Na'Vi. And of course, we see the gyro still sitting at level 6. And we have level 12, level 11, level 11. The 3 highest up on Na'Vi are still higher than the level 10 of Go Audio, who's now able to take a tower. Takes an Ice Blast to the face, though. Nobody else coming in from Na'Vi. So they don't want to try and take a kill, but they at least force them back. In the meantime, Hawaii is trying to snipe some experience here on the bottom lane. But talking about sniping experience, that's going to be the sniper trying to help out, killing off Werner. Funnick locked inside the cogs, but he should be able to get away. Never mind, a ulti coming in. I mean, the Nature's Prophet ulti. Avos, trouble, actually. A YO trying to chase him down. He has a homing missile on his face as well. Good force back by Dendy. The homing missile gets destroyed before it reaches Sniper, so he's able to get himself away just in time. But Puppy now chasing down Nazi, goes for the Vendetta, gets it as well. The Impale coming off as well, and that should be a Ventral Spirit going down. I mean, okay, TCM is still getting some kills. They got Funnick just there, but they're just getting so much more in return for these. As they go for, they actually go for Gladio. There goes the Ice Blast, hits on 2, 1 dead, 2 dead. Nature's Prophet ultimate stolen by Rubik. Yes, that was that.
Yeah, it's just kind of piling up now. That was a 2-for-1 trade, then 2 more heroes that Na'Vi get. So they get 4 kills there and they only lose the off-lane. 5 and 6. Blueberry Ninja is in a position where he's going to get himself killed as well.
That's a team-wide +1. Because Werner died twice there on his clockwork. And that's, I mean, that's that's getting out of control right now if it wasn't already. Na'Vi with not even that high mid-game lineup, to be fair. I mean, yeah, they do have the Nyx Assassin, which is great, they can snipe stuff. And that's basically the only one that you would say of, wow, when mid-game is really gonna be his territory. But they're still taking this mid-game. 16 minutes in. They're now already getting tier 2 towers. Of course, they have their own tier 1, tier 2 tower already dead on the bottom lane, but yeah, it's looking pretty convincing for Na'Vi so far. As in comes the pause, and I mean, that's right at the moment when Atsi is sitting right there.
Yeah, but Atsi was the one who disconnected.
Yeah, but I mean, he is, yeah, he should probably be running back to base right now.
Yeah, I think he might be thinking about going in here. He's got some support behind him. They probably need to make something happen. I don't know. TCM, it's just not feeling like they have really anything they can do. They're behind by like almost 20,000 experience. 16 minutes in. That's a huge deficit in levels to have to deal with.
Especially those extra level ultis that you have. I mean, you've got only the, like, Nyx Assassin. He's still got his level 1 ulti. That's something good for TCM, I guess, but the rest all is above level 11.
Yep, so they're gonna have the level 2 Assassinate, level 2 Ice Blast, and like those 2 spells can just like kill someone wherever they are on the map. These supports don't have enough health to survive that. Like 1,000 HP is pretty okay, but if Ice Blast hits you, that's 350, and if Assassinate hits you, it's like 555, I think.
Yeah,
505.
And soon it will be a 17-second Ice Blast because Age Separation is actually going for the Aghanims after the Force Staff.
Which I don't think is particularly surprising. He got the Force Staff to be able to survive. Now he's got, yeah, he's going for the Aghanims. So it's going to be pretty okay once they have that. And the fights are going to just be...
Oh, wow, they catch out the Vos. Here comes a blast though, and everybody of Na'Vi coming in, vacuum into that blast. Here comes an Impale, and Wai already going down. Atsi trying to hide a bit in his base. We see Go Audio looking for something. Werner running away already, getting shattered there still. They might be able to catch a Vost. They do, but they lose 3. They might even lose 4 because the blink forward from Funnick is there. Okay, there goes a surge from Puppy. Impale will miss though, and that will cause them to back out. Buyback from Werner. He TP's right into the middle of this. Cancels his TP in the end. And it's Atsi that will still go down. No, it won't. No, it won't. You'll live. First staff to the low ground from Dendy will also live. They do get a Vost, but they lose so much, and they actually had to buy back their Clockwork. Who died 10 times, by the way. Of the 16 deaths, sorry, of the 26 kills that Na'Vi have, 10 are his.
Yeah, Warren has not had a good time. It was a pretty poor matchup for him in the mid lane. It's really hard to play Clockwork against a ranged hero solo. Like off lane, you can usually survive because you're just getting some levels. And Nyx kills Nature's Prophet in the top lane. Blue Ring Ninja, he probably should know he can't be out there at this point. He can't really try and split push, not with like Nyx Assassin
But he
and
had
Sniper.
hope.
He had hope.
Blink Dragon out for Pucky.
Hope doesn't keep you alive, unfortunately.
It's true. You need food for that. We have a smoke gun coming up from TCM. Maybe they can do something with that. Well, maybe they can backstab Navi a bit on the bottom lane. It's not the easiest. Well, now he's left alone. I can get him. Hook shot in. Cogs there. This time nobody else coming in to help, but the Ace Blast will still be there. But Werner will still shatter, by the way. Yep, he's dead. That's still the Nature's Wrath, by the way, on Kuroki helping out. Atsi in a lot of trouble as well. We'll try to run. Dandy locked inside the Sprout. We'll still try to go for Atsi. Here comes the Dragon Tail as well. Here comes Kuroki now trying to help out. Will Dandy die? Looks like he will. Go Audio with the Breath of Fire. Kuroki now on the run. Blink forward from Phonic in the vacuum, in the Dark Seer wall. Can they get a kill? Yes, they can. They can get the Nature's Prophet. And they can also get a Wyo. It's fine. It's still a trade though. It's still something that Navi trades. They trade 2 heroes, which are pretty high profile, for 3 heroes, which are not that. They could have gotten the Dragonite, and then they would have been better. But they lose their Sniper as well as their AA.
Yeah, but they're just kind of overextending pretty heavily at this point. And Kuro, he's stealing everything and getting so many kills as a result of it. He's just having a really good time right now on this Rubik. Funnick also doing a fantastic job on Darkseer in these team fights, getting huge vacuums into walls, and it's making fights just so difficult for TCM. Even when they're getting these pickoffs on like the Sniper really doesn't even matter in this game, is the problem. He's their carry, and normally be like, yeah, you want to get the kills on the carry, but he really truly doesn't matter if they kill him. He does some damage, he built all damage.
Yeah, it is. Oh, well, okay. It is now also Chrysalis up on the Sniper. I mean, TCM, they are so far behind. They're even having like the highest net worth, which is Go Audio still on his Red Dragon, which is cool. But he is only just higher than Kuroki now. He was actually a bit below Kuroki just a moment ago. And when the tower goes down the bottom lane, he'll probably be lower again. As a Wyo will probably die here. Vacuum back in. Ice Blast will come in too slow. But the kill still goes the way of Navi. It is 11:31. And that's going to be a tower going down.
Yeah, it's 20 minutes in, they're ahead by 20 kills. There's only one outer tower remaining.
And there's a
Looks
Roshan
like
being... This is a Sniper soloing Roshan. And his Chrysalis is still in the stash. But because he got that hand... because he's got a Mask of Madness, he can do that. And the headshots, even for the Roshan, very annoying.
Yeah, headshot is ultra tedious to play against, especially now it's always 40%. He's coming up. So yeah, Mask of Madness, Yasha, Sniper, just soloing Roshan at 20 minutes, whatever. No big deal. Not a hero you normally expect to see soloing Roshan.
True. We have the gold graph actually stagnating a bit. It's ticking on 12. Never mind, just updated.
Yeah, it just updated.
15k. Never mind. Experience graph going below 20k. Like
yeah,
above in terms of numbers, but below in terms of the graph.
Yeah, the experience is really the thing that's completely out of control at this point. It's approaching like 25k, 20 minutes in. That's a lot of experience to have to fight through. Even the Sniper, who's kind of died quite a few times and built no items that give him survivability of any fashion, he's going to be survivable just by virtue of having levels.
Yeah. And then the levels are such a big deal right now. Also, we see have Dandy with an Hagen Scepter, so 17-second Ice Blasts incoming. I'm even wondering, can a Vengeful Spirit even survive that? Actually, Vengeful Spirit is level 11. It's quite decent. Considering the Gyrocopter is level 8. BKB up on the Dragonite. I'm not sure if it will help or how much it will help, but it will try to help.
Rock it on.
Indeed, 17 seconds. That's a long time to have that Ice Blast on. And you can't even try to run to your fountain. Well, you can run to your fountain, but it won't help you. It won't save you. You won't be able to get healed by nothing, by anything.
Yeah, you just sit there and be sad because you can't heal. You get your mana back.
Yay!
Yay! Cast spells. It'll be fine.
Oh, Go Audio gets swept into safety. Still walks into the Ice Blast. Will be Vosa still gets the Aegis off though, or at least dies. Vacuum in there. Werner getting stuck with the cold feet, gets an impale, will end up going down. And actually, that Aegis, it put a Vosa on the high ground. He's able to help kill off Aegis Deparation though. It is our I mean, of course, a YO, because Age Separation got the double kill. That's 3 dead on the side of TCM.
Yeah, that was really hilarious from Hovost. He had the Aegis down and the cogs got dropped right by where he had Aegis, so when he spawned from the Aegis, it pushed him up the hill immediately into the enemy base. He was like, I don't want to be here. This is not where I want to be at all.
And then he got stuck in a Sprout as well. Oh, Go Audio is dead. Godlike Kuroki, because he can.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
Yeah, I mean, this game's looked over for quite some time, so not really surprising to see that Na'Vi are starting to close it out, taking ranks in the mid lane. But not calling quits yet, TCM, even though they're down by 25 kills.
Yeah, hook shot. They try to kill off of O's. And it's nice. Nice Ice Blast though, that will be enough to get a couple of kills. Even though he's not allowed to take any of them. Darkseer picked up one, Clockwork and Kuroki on his Rubik as well. And there goes a double kill for Kuroki. Beyond godlike, he has only died once this game. He has been involved in 25 out of the 39 kills. The GG is called. Na'Vi takes themselves another game. TCM gonna go home with a loss. This was, of course, day number 25 of StarLadder, Season 6, and of course, with the 27 days, so only 2 days left. Tomorrow we'll have 7 games in total, of which I'll cast 6, because one of them is going to be at the same time as the other. And, yeah, this was game number 8 of today. We had 8 games today, so quite a few there. And, of course, big shout-out to Kanaz, who also was here for almost the entire day as my co-caster. Also a big shout out to K-poptosis, who was my co-caster for the entire day. Woke up at 8 AM to provide you with some stats purely because he likes to. So show him some love on Twitter on @K-poptosis without the hyphen. And of course you can also follow Kanaz on Twitter on @KanazDota. And you can also check him out on Twitch TV at Kanazta with the Z and the T A. Kanazta. And he casts a lot of StarLadder as well. So make sure you check him out if you're not watching here, because if he's not casting with me, he's normally casting for himself. So any shoutouts for you and any last words on the match, even though I think maybe we said most of it, I guess. Shoutouts to Bandyman13. There you go.
Shouts to Bandyman. Oh, I see. Yeah, not too much to say, I think, about the match. It was kind of straightforward. Maybe shout out to people picking support Gyrocopter and losing repeatedly today. That was kind of the story of many games today. Yeah. Support Gyrocopter didn't work. It can work, it just hasn't been in these games. But yeah, I think you covered everything for following me, so I don't got anything else left for today.
Don't you want any shoutouts and such?
Sure. Shout out to Dr. Z, Funes, Vasquez, and that's Lyrogue.
Okay. I kind of had something to say about that. Don't know if that made it to the microphone. But
yeah, I heard.
Oh well. But yeah, I don't really have any shoutouts either, apart from thank you chat for being awesome today. I've seen a lot of positive people there, which is not something that is always the case. So really, thank you for that. Thank you for making me get a new record and viewers today as well, which was amazing. And for all in all, like being here, we have of course had a long day. Shout out to everybody who's been here since the start of the day as well, because that's pretty impressive. Including, of course, K-poptosis, who has done that one. And you can follow me on twitter.com/SheeverGaming. You can subscribe to my YouTube on youtube.com/SheeverGaming. I upload all my matches that I play or that I cast there, so all the games that you might have missed are there. There are no matches that I don't upload, I believe. No, very few anyway. And if I don't upload them, there's a very good reason for that. Yeah, and of course also shout out to Vikermont, who was able to co-cast the first 2 games of the day for me, but of course he's already gone. Anyway, tune in back tomorrow. We'll be having more games then. I think the first game starts at... Actually, it starts a bit later than today. It starts at 1500 or 1700 CT time, so that's 5 PM in CST time. The reason for that is, if you're curious, is because there's tomorrow again a Dota 2 Super League match, and StarLadder cast that too. So, or the StarLadder casters cast that too. So they have to wait until the match is over, and then StarSeries will commence with 7 games in total. We'll see Mouse twice tomorrow. OSG and Z-Rage will be their first opponents. Then we have 4FC versus TCM, and then there will be 2 games at the same time, which will be Quantic versus OSG and Fnatic versus Empire. Next game is Alliance versus Fnatic, and then last game of tomorrow is KP versus 4FC, a game that they need to win, depending on how Mousesports actually do. KP and Mousesports are having a bit of a race together, which is kind of fun. But anyway, thank you for being here, and yeah, enjoy your commercials and music, and come back tomorrow. That's basically it. Oh, Diego threw my Pringles on the floor. He sucks. Be back.